This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We are here at the Larimer Catering. Since 2007, they have been providing service solely to the business community in corporate catering throughout Denver. Let me ask you first of all, Jacqueline, 2007 you started the company up here. What is it that got you involved in this line of work?
Well, I've always been in food and beverage, involved in food and beverage in some way or another, whether it's waiting tables or behind the bar. I grew up in San Francisco, and I started then, and I was sales rep for beverage companies out there. My husband got transferred out here, so I didn't really have any formal education, but I always cooked. My grandmother taught me how to cook. When I was younger, that brought on my love of cooking. And so since I didn't have a network of friends to come out here with, as my husband did, because all of his coworkers came out here with him, I decided I was going to take myself to culinary school and get the formal education. And so I started there, went through culinary school, and I started off working as a salad prep cook in a private dining club down in Greenwood Village, and then worked my way through all the lines, through every position in the line, and eventually became the executive sous chef there at the private club. And then I decided to move on, and I went and followed the executive chef who left, and then we went our separate ways, and eventually my husband and I decided we were going to start actually a tofu cake making company. A bunch of friends that I had were vegans, wanted some kind of dessert that was not a cheesecake but tasted like cheesecake, so I started doing tofu. That's how we got to this place, the Denver Commissary, and we started doing tofu cakes. There wasn't a big market for it at the time because it was just kind of early on, and people were more interested in eating savory foods as opposed to desserts and buying those. So I started working for the original owner of this commissary, who had a little catering company. Then he sold it, and the new owner wanted just the commissary facility, was not interested at all in a small catering company, and I worked a deal with him. Eventually my husband and I bought it outright within a year, and then I made it my own company, and then my husband took on sales, and he was the one that hoofed it, and decided to go out to all the large businesses out there in downtown Denver, and got a lot of our business from that. So
Interesting. What a great story. Quite honestly, you basically came out here not knowing anybody. Now you're serving a lot of people out here. You're really just minutes from downtown Denver. Quite honestly, the wheels of commerce, they never stop working down there. But obviously, while that work goes on, people need to be nourished. They got to get their brains fed, their minds fed, and that's what you do for these people.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. And it's not just the private sector. We do government. I do local, city, state, and on the federal level. We've delivered a lot of food to the Capitol building, city and county building, the Webb building downtown. So we get around. RTD is one of our big clients, and so as well as a bunch of law firms and accounting firms.
An impressive array of people that you provide for. What size of groups are you able to handle up to?
Well, anywhere from, our minimum usually is about 10 people, smallest, and then we can go 300, 500, it all depends on what the type of function is. We started out as corporate caterers, and eventually some of the people that I catered to in the law firms and some of those businesses decided they wanted to hire us for private parties in their homes. So it's just branched out from there, and I didn't turn the business away.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, like you said, with functions, it's something that happens all day, sometimes in the morning till wee hours of night. Let's start off first of all with your breakfast menu. What are some of the favorites you're able to offer on there?
Oh gosh, well, we go from anywhere from handheld breakfast burritos. Everybody loves those. So usually breakfast burritos are the main. If they've got a meeting on the go, they want something that they can just grab and eat while they're sitting down. We do full-on hot buffets, which are, tomorrow, for instance, we're doing a full breakfast for one of our big companies. Scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes, hash browns, fresh fruit, juice, you name it. And also I don't just stick with the hard paper menu that we've got. If somebody wants something special, we don't have it on our menu, but a yogurt buffet, healthier options, we do that as well. plethora of yogurts, different toppings, granolas, fresh fruit, dried fruit, nuts, things like that. And I the kind that doesn't have a really hard set menu. If somebody wants something special, I'm willing to work with them also within their budget. Some firms, they have budget constraints, so I try to do whatever I can to stretch that budget and give them the best value for their money.
Wonderful. Obviously, like you said, you're a native of San Francisco. Share with us what goes into a San Francisco, what do they call that? Joe's Special?
Joe's Special. Oh, that one, it's one of my favorites. It was hard to sell other people on out here who weren't familiar with it, but it's basically fluffy scrambled eggs. We saute up ground beef, spinach, mushrooms, scramble that into the eggs, and then we top it all with Parmesan cheese. And that's been a favorite of San Francisco's, along with sourdough toast in the morning.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, like you say, functions, they go from the morning to the evening. What do you have on that lunch special? Many times they need a quick lunch box. Is that something you provide as well?
Sure. We do box lunches. We've got, with our box lunches, we do a variety of sandwiches, specialty sandwiches, and with that comes our house-made pasta salad, which we make from scratch here, and we make our own pesto because there's so many dietary restrictions these days. I prefer not to buy bottled pesto. I make my own with fresh spinach, lemon juice, garlic, olive oil. That's pretty much it, and salt and pepper. I don't put any cheese or nuts in it because of all the nut and the dairy allergies. So that, and we do fresh cut fruit with it. They get a sandwich or a wrap. We do those. We can do full-on hot buffets for you. One of our specialties is, and I can never take it off the menu, no matter how many times I change out the menu, is a sweet basil chicken. And it's grilled chicken breasts with a sweet basil cream sauce, and it's made with fresh chiffonata basil. We serve with our herb and garlic mashed potatoes and our vegetable of the day. And all of our hot buffets include a mixed green salad and a dessert tray. So, yeah.
Interesting. So you're definitely providing nourishment for folks out there in the business world, but it's more than nourishment. It's actually very tasty, what you pride yourself on doing. Obviously, one of the meals that you really demonstrate that well is that of a dinner buffet. I mean, you guys have quite an amazing menu. I look on that there, and you're talking about people can actually choose a couple entrees if that's so desired.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. If they want to work a special menu and have a double entree, I'll work with them, and I'll do a special budget for that. So nothing is out of control. I can pretty much do whatever you want me to do.
Like you say, you've got menus that really entice somebody's taste buds, but honestly, if they've got something in mind, they simply give you a call. You take those special requests, be it a vegetarian that maybe needs something, you can take care of it, be it a special gluten-free, you name it, you can do that. What about something on the lighter side, maybe just an hors d'oeuvre menu? Is that something you provide?
Sure, we do. We'll do a bunch of different, you can choose, like I said, if you give me your budget, you tell me what you want. The event is only 2 hours long, or the event is 4 hours long. You want a variety of past hors d'oeuvres as well as stationary hors d'oeuvres. We'll do that, cheese platters, fruit platters, veggie platters, and then we'll do some hot, meatballs, past hors d'oeuvres, skewers, things like that. Whatever you want. We can do themed parties if you want it all Italian food. We can do an Italian themed buffet. If you want Asian style, we can do that as well.
Sounds like you've had a lot of fun doing this through the past few years. I mean, it's really something I can see you enjoy. Obviously, speaking of enjoyment, like you said, people not only wanted to bring you out of the business environment, but into their fun time as well. You even offer corporate picnics as well?
Yes, we do. Actually, for one of our really big corporate clients, we did their summer company picnic out there at Cherry Creek Reservoir, and that was for about 300 people. So did a barbecue out there for them, grilled hamburgers, hot dogs, brats.
Had a lot of fun and good food as well. Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. What you're going to see is their website. Basically, that is larimercatering.com. If you go check out the website, you're going to see those menus that we've spoke about a little bit more in depth. But keep in mind, like she said, the menus are a great base to start out with speaking. But honestly, if you want something more, she can take it a different level for you. Let her know your budget, because she definitely understands the constraints of budgets for corporate world America, and she can work with you as well. Let me ask you this. Colorado is getting pretty well known for filmmaking here. What about those crews out there that are making films? Is this something you were able to do?
Oh yes, we've done quite a few film production crews out here, different locations, and a lot of people, they're kind of scared. They're hesitant to ask me. I said, well, what time do you want that breakfast delivered? And it's a lot of times it's on location. There is no physical address because it's out in the middle of nowhere. So they say, well, is 5:30 in the morning a little too early? And I said, no, not at all. I mean, we want to catch the area before the light comes out, and I totally understand that. We work with their time constraints as well. Sometimes the crew has to eat at a certain time so they can start filming again. We've gone to sound stages, and like I said, all over Denver.
So you understand deadlines. Being corporate America, absolutely. Last time, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. The website is right there. Keep in mind also her phone contact is there as well. From 2007, they've been providing a service that's solely focused on the business corporate world. They're just minutes away from downtown Denver, so they are definitely guaranteed able to bring that meal straight to you, and it's definitely something that you're going to love. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.